turn Disney princesses into animals. Here's how it works. We take a character like Mirabelle, we insert her into Craig, and he finds her 3 main attributes and her key color. Then he finds an animal matching the princess's attributes and color, and turns that princess into an animal. Here is Mirabelle as a Labrador retriever. Aww. And for this video, I actually went to the zoo. So after Craig picks an animal for a princess, I'll go to the animal in real life to see if it's accurate. And at the very end, I've put together a short film featuring all of them as animals. Starting with everyone's favorite princess, Elsa. The dramatic ice queen who is icy and she ices everyone with her ice powers. Okay, Craig, what are Elsa's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is self-accepting, learns to embrace who she is. Her second is reserved, keeps to herself but cares deeply. Her third is powerful, holds incredible strength and control. And her key color is icy blue. Icy blue. Okay, Craig, using these attributes and key color, turn Elsa into an animal. So according to Craig, she would be a blue crane, and honestly, it fits really well. So I can see how this fits, but Craig, I wanted to ask you, why did you choose a blue crane for Elsa?
Blue cranes are elegant and composed, much like Elsa's reserved demeanor. They are symbolic of grace and self-discovery, reflecting Elsa's journey to self-acceptance. And just like Elsa's powerful presence, blue cranes command attention with their beauty and strength.
Let's verify this at the zoo. So these are the blue cranes at the zoo, and first impressions, they're blue, so big surprise there. And this one has a friend, which is cool. And like they started doing this weird dance. It kind of freaked me out, honestly. I think it was a mating dance. Craig, I think you did a really good job on this one. You even included the hair and the dress, and it really does look like a blue crane. So I'm gonna give you an 8.5 out of 10. Now let's add this pretty blue crane to the poster. First princess down, the poster is off to a good start. Moving on to Rapunzel. The girl who almost has as good a hair as me. Almost. Okay, Craig, what are Rapunzel's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is resilient, faces challenges head on and always bounces back. Her second is creative. She uses her imagination to solve problems and express herself. Her third is adventurous. She loves exploring and discovering new things. And her key color is light purple. Okay, Craig, using these attributes and key color, turn Rapunzel into an animal. Okay, so she's a seal salamander. Honestly, I can kind of see it. The hair, the dress, it honestly looks pretty good. Craig, why did you choose a seal salamander for Rapunzel?
Seal salamanders adapt to any environment, just like Rapunzel's resilience in overcoming challenges while trapped in a tower. They are clever problem solvers, using their resourcefulness to survive, just like Rapunzel's creativity in using her hair and surroundings. They navigate both land and water, symbolizing Rapunzel's adventurous spirit and constant movement toward new horizons.
That makes a lot of sense. I can kind of see that. Let's check on the seal salamander at the zoo to see if it's accurate. So I found this little guy. I named him Flynn because he's like Rapunzel's boyfriend, you know. And honestly, Flynn has seen better days. He's a little gross and a little slimy. And he's honestly, I'm gonna say it, he's kind of ugly. Okay. Okay? Craig, I'm not totally sold on Rapunzel as a seal salamander, so I'm gonna rate this one a 3 out of 10. Now let's add this seal salamander to the poster. I just noticed that her tail is a little weird. Like, what is her tail? Next, we're gonna do Moana. Okay, Craig, what are Moana's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first attribute is leader. She takes charge and inspires those around her. Her second is determined. She pushes forward even when faced with challenges. Her third is adventurous. She seeks new horizons and knowledge. And her key color is red. Okay, Craig, using these attributes and key color, turn Moana into an animal. Okay, so Moana as a lion. I see you, Craig. I see you. I like it. Craig, why did you choose a lion for Moana?
Lions are natural leaders, guiding their pride much like Moana guides her people. They embody determination, persisting through tough conditions, just as Moana remains steadfast in her journey. And, like Moana, they are bold adventurers, always seeking new opportunities to expand their territory.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This one's pretty good so far. Now let's go to the zoo to see the lions, which I'm really excited about, to see if it's accurate. So the lion exhibit was closed for construction, so I just kind of had to stand there and see them fixing it, and I didn't see the lions. I'm pretty bummed. I wanted to see the lions, but I did see the zebra scratching his butt on a pole, so I guess that was pretty cool. Craig, this one is pretty good. I like this one a lot, so I'm gonna give this one a 7.9. Now let's add this lion to the poster. She's in like the perfect pose, just seeing like how far I'll go and like run off into the water like so dramatically. You know what I mean? Next is one of my favorites. Anna, the girl who I relate with the most as far as her sleeping schedule goes. Okay, Craig, what are Anna's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first attribute is optimistic. She's always seeing the best in people and situations, even in tough times. Her second is loyal, deeply devoted to her family and friends, willing to go great lengths for them. Her third is adventurous, eager for new experiences and unafraid to take risks. And her key color is magenta. Okay, Craig, using these 3 main attributes and key color, turn Anna into an animal. Okay, so this is the most adorable thing I've seen all day. Craig, a red panda was the greatest choice ever. So Craig, why did you pick a red panda for Anna?
Red pandas are naturally playful and curious, always exploring their environment with an energetic and cheerful demeanor, much like Anna's unwavering optimism. They form strong bonds with their group and stick close to their loved ones, reflecting Anna's deep loyalty to Elsa and her friends. Plus, they are natural climbers, fearlessly navigating trees and rocky terrains, just like Anna, who never hesitates to take on a new adventure.
Yeah, that definitely checks out. A red panda seems perfect for Anna. Let's go look at the red pandas at the zoo just to make sure. So I walked right up to the pandas and it was adorable. It was just sleeping up nestled in a tree, just sleeping, and it was adorable. Okay, Craig, I like this one probably the most so far, so I'm gonna give you a 9 out of 10. Now let's add this red panda to the poster. Oh my gosh, it is so adorable. Next is Merida. Even though she's not technically a Disney princess, she's Pixar, but she is one of my favorite princesses, period. Like, Scottish princesses all the way. They're awesome. Okay, Craig, what are Merida's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first attribute is courageous, faces danger without hesitation. Her second is independent, refuses to let others dictate her choices. Her third is strong-willed, stands firm in what she believes. And her key color is orange. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key color, turn Merida into an animal. Okay, Merida as a red-tailed hawk, and honestly, she looks pretty cool. I can definitely see Merida in this. Craig, why did you pick a red-tailed hawk for Merida?
Red-tailed hawks are fierce and independent, soaring through the sky on their own terms, just like Merida's strong-willed nature. They are sharp and quick-thinking, mirroring Merida's fearlessness in any challenge. And like Merida, they are not easily tamed, embodying her wild and free spirit.
I can kind of see that. Let's go to the zoo to find out if that's truly accurate. I found the red tail. It's just up there, perched majestically, just like Merida would be doing, you know. I can kind of see the attributes in real life. It's a pretty cool hawk. Okay, Craig, this one's pretty good. So I'm gonna give you a 5.6. Now let's add this red tail hawk to the poster. Yeah, this poster's coming along great. Next up, we have Ariel, the girl with the unnatural red hair. Like, nobody's hair is that color red. Okay, Craig, what are Ariel's three main attributes and key color? The first is curious, always eager to explore the unknown. Her second is energetic, full of enthusiasm and excitement. Her third is determined, willing to do whatever it takes to follow her dreams. And her key color is red. Okay, Craig, using these three attributes and key color, turn Ariel into an animal. Okay, it's kind of creepy because even as a snake, Craig got her hair perfect. Like, that is the exact color it is in the movie. As for the snake, it's honestly kind of creepy. Like, Craig, why did you choose a snake for Ariel?
Corn snakes are incredibly inquisitive, slithering into new places, just like Ariel's never-ending curiosity. They move swiftly and gracefully, reflecting Ariel's boundless energy. And much like Ariel's determined spirit, corn snakes are persistent in reaching their goals.
Okay, Craig, I can kind of see it. But let's go to the zoo and check out a corn snake in person just to see. It took a while to find a corn snake. I found this really cool green snake. I don't know what it was, but it was cool. And then I found like this frog who I think was drowning. I just couldn't do anything to save him. I'm sorry. But eventually I found the corn snake. But one of the zoo employees was talking about a corn snake and it was right there. That's a corn snake. Okay, Craig, this one's pretty cool. It's not the greatest. It's kind of creepy. So I'm gonna give you a 4.3. Now let's add this corn snake to the poster. The poster's looking pretty great, guys. Next is Belle, the girl whose love life is beastly. Okay, Craig, what are Belle's three main attributes and key color? Her first is intelligent, loves learning and seeks knowledge. Her second is compassionate, sees the best in people and cares deeply for others. Her third is independent, stands by her beliefs and values. And her key color is yellow. Okay, Craig, using these three attributes and key color, turn Belle into an animal. Okay, so this one's honestly kind of weird because I don't think Belle would be a lemur, but honestly it's pretty, but I don't think Belle would be a lemur. So, Craig, why did you choose a lemur for Belle?
Lemurs are highly intelligent and curious, always exploring and learning. Just like Belle's thirst for knowledge, they are social creatures, forming deep connections with their group, mirroring Belle's compassionate heart. And just like Belle's independence, lemurs are known for their strong-willed nature, making their own choices rather than following the crowd.
Okay, Craig, I guess that makes sense. I still don't see it. Let's go to the zoo to check out a real lemur and see. Okay, guys, so I found the lemurs. It was adorable, guys. It was pretty cold out, so it was just snuggling up against the heater. It was just so cute. This one was so-so, but it was so-so. So I'm gonna give it an even 5 out of 10. Now let's add this lemur to the poster. The poster is looking great. It's really coming together. Now let's move on to Cinderella, the princess whose love story is basically if the shoe fits. Okay, Craig, what are Cinderella's three main attributes and key color? Her first is perseverant, endures hardships without losing hope. Her second is kind, treats everyone with grace and warmth. Her third is hopeful, believes that dreams can come true. And her key color is light blue. Okay, Craig, using these three attributes and key color, turn Cinderella into an animal. Okay, so it's kind of strange because she's a stork, but it's honestly accurate. That looks like Cinderella. She looks super dreamy and just, stork-like. But Craig, why did you choose a stork for Cinderella?
Storks are symbolic of endurance and persistence, mirroring Cinderella's perseverance through adversity. They are gentle and elegant, much like Cinderella's kind nature. And just as Cinderella holds on to hope, storks have long been associated with good fortune and new beginnings.
I can see Cinderella as a stork, yeah. I mean, it's definitely really pretty. I thought it would have been a swan, though. But let's go to a zoo and check out a stork in real life. So I found a stork, and it was pretty pretty. It didn't look like it was getting ready to carry any babies soon. But pretty cool. Craig, this is actually pretty good, so I'm gonna give you a 7. Now let's add this stork to the poster. This poster is looking fantastic. Next is Jasmine, the girl who is brave enough to have a pet tiger. I don't think I need to say anything more. Like, that's pretty cool. I want a pet tiger. Okay, Craig, what are Jasmine's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is independent, refuses to be confined by others' expectations. Her second is bold, speaks her mind and stands up for herself. Her third is curious, wants to explore beyond her world. And her key color is teal. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key color, turn Jasmine into an animal. This one is really scary. She's a crocodile, but honestly, that's kind of accurate. I feel like she would be a crocodile. Craig, why did you choose a crocodile for Jasmine?
Crocodiles are strong, self-reliant creatures that don't depend on anyone, just like Jasmine's fierce independence. They command respect in their domain, embodying her bold nature. And just like Jasmine, they observe their surroundings carefully, always aware of what's happening around them.
Okay, Craig, that makes sense. Like, I can see that. I can see that. I like it. Let's look at the one at the zoo to see if it's accurate. So I found one at the zoo, and the one in real life was actually horrifying. Like, what is this? That's not Jasmine. That's gonna eat me soon. Craig, I really like this one. I think it's pretty good, and it definitely gives off Jasmine vibes. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Now let's add this crocodile to the poster. This poster is looking wild. Get it? Because they're animals. Next is Mulan, the girl who is worth fighting for, at least to Shang, because they're in love. Obviously, that's why. Okay, Craig, what are Mulan's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is brave, faces any challenge head on, even in the face of danger. Her second is resourceful, thinks quickly and adapts to her surroundings. Her third is determined, never gives up no matter how difficult the situation. And her key color is green. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key color, turn Mulan into an animal. Mulan as a Komodo dragon? I don't think you would have expected her to be, but honestly, Mulan would be a Komodo dragon, and I'm all here for it. But I am curious, Craig, why did you choose a Komodo dragon for Mulan?
Komodo dragons are fearless and powerful, embodying Mulan's bravery on the battlefield. They rely on their intelligence and adaptability to survive, mirroring Mulan's resourcefulness. Additionally, these creatures never back down from a fight, just like Mulan's determined spirit.
That makes sense, Craig. That makes sense, okay? This is pretty cool. Let's look at a Komodo dragon in real life at the zoo. In real life, Komodo dragons are pretty horrifying, and they're much, much bigger than I thought they would be. I thought they would just be like a lizard, but they are massive, and they could probably eat me. They will eat me, most definitely, probably one day. So I left that exhibit pretty quickly, for many reasons. Craig, this one is pretty good, so I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. Now let's add this Komodo dragon to the poster. This poster is coming along really good. Moving on to Tiana. One of the most inspirational princesses because she saved all of her money for like years just to buy a restaurant. I'm doing YouTube instead and then nothing else. Okay, Craig, what are her 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is determined, works hard to achieve her dreams. Her second is ambitious, always striving to reach new goals. Her third is practical, grounded in reality and makes smart choices. And her key color is green. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key color, turn Tiana into an animal. Okay, so this is really cool. Tiana as a python? Like, honestly, it's pretty good. Craig, why did you choose a python for Tiana?
Pythons are incredibly persistent, never giving up once they set their sights on something. Just like Tiana's determination in working toward her restaurant, they are focused and strategic, mirroring Tiana's practical mindset. And much like Tiana's ambition, these snakes adapt and thrive in many environments, always finding a way to succeed.
Okay, Craig, I can see it. I can see her as a python. She looks really cool. Let's look at the pythons at the zoo just to make sure. So I found the pythons and honestly, they were horrifying. I tried to copy their slither pattern. Do I look like it? Anyways, this was the python in real life. It was horrifying, but it's okay. Craig, this one is okay. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Now let's add the python to the poster. And the poster is looking great. Now let's move on to Aurora. Okay, Craig, what are Aurora's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is hopeful, believes in the bright future despite obstacles. Her second is graceful, moves and speaks with elegance. Her third is dreamy, lives with a sense of wonder and imagination. And her key color is light pink. Okay, Craig, using these 3 main attributes and key color, turn Aurora into an animal. Okay, so this is actually really pretty. Like, her hair looks beautiful. And apparently she would be a flamingo, which honestly looks like it makes sense. Craig, why did you choose a flamingo for Aurora?
Flamingos are symbols of hope and renewal, mirroring Aurora's hopeful nature. They are known for their graceful movements, just like Aurora's elegant demeanor, and their unique, dreamy aesthetic reflects Aurora's whimsical and romantic spirit.
Craig, that sounds like it makes sense. I mean, honestly, flamingo, Aurora, pretty good. Let's check out flamingos in real life and see if it's accurate. I found the flamingos as soon as I walked into the zoo, and they're adorable. They're beautiful, they're very pretty. It made me kind of sad because it looked like they wanted to fly out, but they couldn't, so I left really quickly. Craig, this one is pretty accurate from everything I know, so I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Now let's add this flamingo to the poster. And the poster is looking so good, guys. Next is Pocahontas, the princess whose movie I also did not watch. I should probably go watch those movies right now. Okay, Craig, what are Pocahontas's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is wise, understands the world deeply and makes thoughtful decisions. Her second is spiritual, feels deeply connected to nature and its balance. Her third is brave, willing to stand up for what she believes in. And her key color is brown. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key color, turn Pocahontas into an animal. Okay, so honestly, I did not know she was gonna be an elephant. Like, what in the world? Elephant? Pocahontas? It actually kind of fits. Like, it looks pretty cool. Craig, why did you choose an elephant for Pocahontas?
African elephants are symbols of wisdom and deep understanding, much like Pocahontas's intuitive knowledge of the world. They have strong familial and spiritual connections, mirroring Pocahontas's deep ties to nature. And just like Pocahontas's bravery, elephants stand their ground and protect their own without fear.
Craig, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense. So I like this one. Let's go check out the elephants in real life and see if it's accurate. I found the elephants and they're cute. They were very big and very round, but very adorable, very adorable. But the one in the back was very large. I don't know, it's not my place, but that elephant is big. Craig, this was pretty good, so I'm gonna give it a 6. Now let's add this elephant to the poster. I really like how this poster's coming together. Now let's move on to Raya, one of the newer princesses who is honestly pretty cool. Like, I actually love her. Okay, Craig, what are Raya's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is loyal, devoted to her mission and those she loves. Her second is resourceful, uses her intelligence and skills to navigate challenges. Her third is brave, faces danger head on without hesitation. And her key color is earthy red. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key colors, turn Raya into an animal. Okay, so Raya as a giraffe, which it's kind of crazy, but really accurate. Like, Raya would be a giraffe. Craig did really good on this image because it looks like a giraffe, but it's Raya because of the hat and her outfit. Like, that's Raya, you know it is. Craig, why did you choose a giraffe for Raya?
Giraffes form strong family bonds, always staying loyal to their herd, much like Raya's deep commitment to her friends and people. They are resourceful in finding sustenance, adapting to their environment, just as Raya cleverly maneuvers obstacles. And just like Raya's bravery, giraffes stand tall and confident, unafraid to face challenges head-on.
That definitely makes sense. I can see it even clearer now, like Raya. Let's go and look at the real giraffe at the zoo. Guys, I had to wait there for like 10 or 20 minutes, but it finally came out. It was so tall and its neck was like long. It was like, I don't know, it was big. Craig, Raya as a giraffe is actually really cool. So I'm gonna give you a 9.9 out of 10. Now let's add this giraffe to the poster. The poster is looking so good and it only needs one more to finish. So moving on to the last one, Snow White. Okay, Craig, what are Snow White's 3 main attributes and key color? Her first is kind, treats everyone with warmth and care. Her second is gentle, soft-spoken and tender in her interactions. Her third is trusting, sees the good in people even when she shouldn't. And her key color is yellow. Okay, Craig, using these 3 attributes and key color, turn Snow White into an animal. Okay, so this one is adorable. It's Snow White as a pigeon. Like, that's cute. You have to admit, it's cute. Craig, why did you choose a pied imperial pigeon for Snow White?
Pied imperial pigeons are known for their gentle nature and peaceful presence, much like Snow White's pure kindness to all creatures. They symbolize harmony and innocence, traits that define Snow White's soft-spoken and gentle personality. Plus, their bright white feathers reflect her purity and trusting heart.
That makes a lot of sense, Craigers. Let's check out pied imperial pigeons at the zoo. It took a while, but I finally found them, and guys, they're pretty adorable. They're just perched up there being graceful and adorable, you know? I want to take one home. Like, would that be illegal? Craig, this one is pretty good, so I'm gonna give you a solid 6 out of 10. Now, let's finish out the poster by adding the pigeon. This poster is finished and it looks amazing. Now that we've turned all 15 princesses into animals, let's watch the Princesses as Animals short film.
In the shadows of the multiverse, Malgrath rises once more, defeated but not destroyed. His magic failed before, but this time, he won't just weaken the princesses. He will take everything from them. If they defy me as humans, they shall never be human again. Glowing portals rip through the sky, pulling the princesses from their worlds. When the dust settles, they are no longer themselves, each trapped in a body not their own. Malgrath watches from the distance. You had strength before. Let's see what's left of you now. But as silence falls, something stirs. Cinderella, now a stork, lifts her gaze. Pocahontas, an elephant, steadies her ground. And Merida's hawk eyes sharpen. Malgrath expected chaos. Instead, he finds something far worse. Unity. The princesses stand together. Instincts sharpened, stronger than ever before. With their combined strength, they tear through Malgrath's magic. His power crumbles, his darkness erased. This time, there is no escape. Malgrath is gone, and with him, his spell is broken. The princesses feel the shift, their forms restoring. But though they return as they were, one thing remains unchanged. They will always stand together.